program called A Real School. She had given it all up to follow him, follow her heart. And here they were, and suddenly it felt not an anticlimax, but rather something terrifying. She had been in love with him for 3 years, or at least in love with an idea of him. His broad smile, his dark, dancing eyes, his long, lean frame. Yes, all of that. And on David's part, he had caused a scene at a railway station that had got him arrested and cost him his job. He had given up everything, including a fiancée, and now worked at Philip Dean, a badly rated school in the area that had trouble holding on to any staff at all. But now, Maggie could barely believe it. They were actually here, driving away in his car. Was this for keeps? Experimental? All her friends who were on dating apps talked a lot about how many men they met who seemed amazing, perfect on paper, but then vanished into thin air soon afterwards. After all, David had been engaged to somebody else. As had she, of course. Were they both all in?
Do you want me to tell you the really annoying stuff first?
Said David. She looked at him, trying not to let the anxiety show on her face.
Oh, goodness, he said. This is bad. Let's see. I wear a Panama hat in the sun, otherwise I freckle.
I don't mind that. Or freckles. I have lots.
Well, that's a first,
said David, frowning a little.
I will always take a train or a boat rather than a plane if I can.
Maggie smiled. She didn't see him as someone who got up at 4 a.m. to catch EasyJet flights, although she herself was, very much so. She'd always loved her girls' trips. What's wrong with that?
Well, it can take me rather a long time to get anywhere.
Maggie looked out of the car. It had a creaky old canvas cover. It was ancient. Maggie hadn't even thought they made Saabs anymore. And they had pulled it down, so the beautiful Cornish lanes were flitting past them, the wild roses dancing in the light summer breeze, the scent of their petals heavy on the air. She had pulled the tie out of her long, curly red hair. She always wore it up at school. And David enjoyed it streaming behind her, glorious in red and gold and amber. He wanted to bury his hands in it, had to force himself to concentrate on the road. I don't think you doing things slowly presents much of a problem, said Maggie, looking at him and going rather pink. He glanced at her with a sudden jolt and blinked in the sunshine. It was a very quiet road. There were passing points and plenty of high bushes. He was sure they could pull over. Maggie looked at him, her breathing coming a little faster, then impulsively reached out and put a hand firmly on his long thigh. They both looked at it. And that was the exact second the phone rang. Chapter 2. At first, she couldn't hear over the roar of the air and the tears and crackling down the phone. Then her heart plummeted as she heard it was her sister, Anne, who was trying to get words out over her sobs. As if in sympathy, the sky overhead had suddenly darkened across the moor, clouds moving in at speed from the sea. "What is it?" said Maggie desperately. "What is it, Anne? Is it Cody? Dylan?" A cold hand grasped at her heart, thinking of her beloved tearaway nephews. No, said Anne. "No, it's Stan." Stan? Maggie's ex-fiancé. A decent, salt-of-the-earth man who had never done anything wrong, apart from drink the occasional beer too many.